So if you're thinking of moving from Toronto to Oakville, well, there's 5 things you must consider before making that move. Welcome back to our channel, Get Samir, Get Sold, for yet another video about Oakville real estate. A lot of my clients have made that move from Toronto to Oakville. These are young people who were living in Toronto condos and made that move to Oakville. Well, if you are that person who's thinking of making this move, there's 5 things you must consider before making that move to Oakville. Number 1, lifestyle adjustment. Toronto is known for its fast-paced lifestyle, endless amenities, and a vibrant social scene. Whether it's the buzzing nightlife, diverse dining options, or the plethora of events, there's always something happening in the city. In Toronto, you're never far away from the excitement. From catching a late night show, dining at a trendy restaurant, or attending various cultural festivals, the city's energy is infectious. On the other hand, Oakville offers a more relaxed and serene environment. While this is a huge draw for many, it can be a significant adjustment for those used to the hustle and bustle of Toronto. In Oakville, you'll find tranquil parks, quiet neighborhoods, and a slower pace of life. This serene environment is perfect for some, but it can feel quite different if you're accustomed to the constant activity of the city. In Oakville, you might find fewer activities and events compared to the city. The pace of life here is much slower, which can lead to feelings of isolation or boredom, especially if you thrive on the energy of a big city. In Toronto, where everything is open late and there's so much to do, the quieter evenings and weekends in Oakville will take some adjustment. Shops and restaurants close earlier, and the nightlife is far more subdued. While Oakville's tranquility is perfect for some, it may not suit everyone. If you love the excitement and convenience of city life, the adjustment to a slower pace can be challenging. You might miss the spontaneous nights out, the variety of dining options, and the vibrant street life. That being said, Oakville has its own charm. The local cafes, the community events, and the family-oriented activities are also very enjoyable. It's just a different kind of lifestyle, one that's more centered around peace and community rather than constant excitement. So if you're considering a move from Toronto to Oakville, think about how this change in lifestyle might affect you. It's essential to weigh the peace and quiet of suburban life against the vibrant, fast-paced energy of the city. So make sure the lifestyle here aligns with what you're looking for. Number 2, commuting challenges. Now let's talk about the commuting challenges you might face when you're moving from Toronto to Oakville. One of the biggest adjustments you'll have to make is the increased commute time if you still work in Toronto. While Oakville offers a peaceful suburban lifestyle, getting to and from the city for work can be a different story. The distance between Oakville and downtown Toronto is about 40 kilometers. But during rush hour, this can feel much longer. What might be a 30-minute drive without traffic can easily turn into an hour or more during peak times. If you are headed to Toronto, QEW will be your new friend. If you're headed to Mississauga or north of the city, 403 and 407 are your highways. Being stuck in traffic for extended periods can be extremely stressful and time-consuming. This daily grind can take a toll on your work-life balance, leaving you with less time for family, friends, and relaxation. Now, you might think public transportation can be a solution, so let's talk about that. Oakville does have GO trains that connect to Toronto, and while they are a great option, they come with their own set of challenges. The GO train service is reliable, however, it can be quite crowded during peak hours. Plus, you still have to factor in the time it takes to get to and from the train station, and once you're in Toronto, you might need additional transportation to get to your final destination. Finding a street on a crowded train can be a daily struggle. And standing for a long journey can be uncomfortable. Additionally, the train schedules are fixed, so you need to plan your day around them, which might not always be convenient. Oakville has GO stations at the following locations: Trafalgar and Bronte. If you're relying on a car, be prepared for the costs associated with commuting. Gas, parking fees in Toronto, and wear and tear on your vehicle can add up quickly. Not to mention the environmental impact of driving long distances every day. All these factors combined can significantly impact your work-life balance. Longer commutes mean less time for personal activities, family dinners, and relaxation. The stress of daily travel can also affect your overall well-being and job performance. So if you're considering a move from Toronto to Oakville, make sure that you understand the commuting challenges you will have while living here. It's essential to weigh the benefits of suburban living against the realities of the daily commute. Number 3, limited amenities and services. So we're continuing our conversation about what you should be mindful of when you're moving from Toronto to Oakville. Well, Oakville has limited services and limited amenities compared to Toronto.
Toronto is renowned for its diverse and vibrant range of amenities. From world-class dining and shopping to endless entertainment and cultural activities, the city has something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a trendy new restaurant, a unique boutique, or an exciting night out, Toronto's vast array of options ensures you're never bored. The convenience of having everything within reach is a huge perk of living in the city.
On the other hand, Oakville offers a more subdued experience.
While there are amenities available, they are fewer and often more spread out compared to Toronto. This can be a significant adjustment for those used to the variety and accessibility found in the city.
For example, dining in Oakville is a different experience.
While there are excellent local restaurants and cafes, the variety is much more limited. You might miss the vast array of international cuisines and the ever-evolving food scene that Toronto offers. As far as the top restaurants in Oakville, here is a list of my top 5 favorite spots in Oakville. Number 1, Oliver's Steakhouse. Number 2, Paradiso Restaurant. Number 3, Hexagon. Number 4, Por Vida Mezcal and Mexican. And finally, number 5, Riyasat Sweets and Restaurant.
Although these restaurants are great, they don't really compare to Toronto restaurants.
My top 5 restaurants in Toronto are number 1, Barbarian Steakhouse. Number 2, Don Alfonso, 1890. Number 3, Scaramouche. Number 4, Biblos. And number 5, Alo. And I am leaving out some great spots like Pie, High Steakhouse, and Amal. If you have been to any of these restaurants, you know exactly what I am talking about.
When it comes to shopping in Oakville, there are some great spots, but they just don't compare to the shopping experience that Toronto has to offer.
You'll find fewer boutiques and specialty stores and might need to travel to neighboring cities for certain items or experiences. Oakville does not offer shopping experiences like Yorkville or Yorkdale Mall.
Entertainment options are also limited in Oakville.
The city offers some community events, local theaters, and parks. But if you're used to the nightlife, concerts, and cultural festivals of Toronto, you might find the options here somewhat lacking.
The difference in amenities and services can affect your daily convenience and quality of life.
If you're someone who enjoys having a wide range of options right at your doorstep, the adjustment to Oakville's quieter, more limited offerings can be challenging.
However, it's important to note that Oakville's charm lies in its peaceful community vibe and a great place to call home when you're raising a family.
What it lacks in variety, it makes up for in quality and a close-knit community feel. So if you're considering a move from Toronto to Oakville, think carefully about how the difference in amenities and services might impact your lifestyle. It's essential to weigh the benefits of a quieter, more relaxed environment against the convenience and variety of Toronto life.
Number 4, higher cost of living.
While Oakville might seem like a perfect suburban escape from Toronto's hustle and bustle, it's important to understand that this tranquility comes at a price. Oakville is known for its beautiful neighborhoods, top-rated schools, and excellent amenities, but these perks contribute to a higher cost of living.
First, let's talk about property prices.
While it's true that Oakville's real estate might be slightly more affordable than downtown Toronto, it's still on the higher end compared to many other suburbs. The average home price in Oakville is significantly higher than in nearby cities like Mississauga, Burlington, or Milton.
To give an example, let's compare the average price of a townhouse in Oakville and compare that to the average price of a townhouse in Milton, Burlington, and Mississauga.
The average price for a townhouse in Oakville for the past 12 months has been about $1.2 million. The average price for a townhouse in other cities has been Mississauga $925,000 to $985,000. Burlington $950,000 to just over $1 million. Milton between $875,000 to about $925,000.
Buying a home here means that you're paying for Oakville's premium lifestyle. It's not just a purchase price.
Property taxes in Oakville are quite high, reflecting the value of the properties and the quality of local services.
Utility costs are another factor to consider.
Heating, cooling, water, and electricity can all be more expensive here. The larger the home, the higher the bills, and many homes in Oakville are spacious and equipped with modern amenities, which can drive up these costs.
So again, let's compare these costs with nearby suburbs.
In Burlington or Milton, you might find lower property prices, taxes, and utility costs. Even further out, cities like Hamilton offer a more budget-friendly option, albeit with a longer commute.
Everyday living expenses in Oakville are also higher. Costs like dining out, groceries, and just general amenities are more expensive here than in other less affluent areas.
Oakville's downtown area, with its upscale shops and restaurants, reflects this higher cost of living. Car dealerships tend to charge more for similar cars than cities like Mississauga or Milton.
However, it's important to realize what you're paying for.
Oakville offers top-tier amenities, beautiful parks, marinas, and a strong sense of community. These features contribute to the overall higher cost of living, but also enhance the quality of life.
So again, if you're considering moving from Toronto to Oakville, make sure you take into consideration the higher cost of living to enjoy the lifestyle that Oakville has to offer.
While Oakville offers a fantastic lifestyle, it's essential to ensure it fits within your budget and financial goals.
Number 5, community integration. Oakville is known for its friendly and close-knit communities.
Many residents have lived here for years, and they've built strong bonds and established networks. While this sense of community is one of Oakville's great strengths, it can also pose challenges for newcomers.
As a newcomer, you might find that it takes a little bit of time to break into these established social circles.
The community here is very welcoming, but integrating yourself and building new friendships can require patience and effort.
Oakville has plenty of local events, community gatherings, and neighborhood parties that you can get engaged in.
These events are fantastic opportunities to meet people and start building your social network. However, attending these events and actively participating is key to feeling included.
Getting involved in local activities and groups can make a big difference.
Join clubs, volunteer organizations, or local sports teams. These are great ways to meet people with similar interests and start forming connections. It might feel daunting at first, especially if you're coming from a larger city like Toronto, where social interactions can be more transient. In Oakville, relationships tend to be deeper and more enduring, which means you'll need to invest time and effort to cultivate these connections.
So don't be discouraged if you feel like an outsider initially.
It's perfectly normal. Building a new social network takes time, but with persistence and involvement, you'll find your place in the community. Remember, everyone was new at some point, and many are happy to welcome newcomers.
Also, don't hesitate to introduce yourself to your neighbors and attend community events.
A simple hello and a friendly smile can go a long way. The more you put yourself out there, the faster you'll feel at home.
So again, if you're thinking of making the move from Toronto to Oakville, give the community integration some time to build social circles and new friends in this city.
While it might take some time to feel fully included, the strong supportive community you'll find here is well worth the effort. The other aspect about Oakville that has changed significantly since I moved here in 2011 is how much more multicultural the town is. You can easily find all minorities residing in Oakville and mixing well with each other.
All in all, Oakville is one of the best suburbs to move if you're moving from Toronto. A lot of my clients have made that move, moving from Toronto condos or Toronto homes and coming to Oakville, because Oakville is one of the best neighborhoods to raise a family. So I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please like this video, click that bell icon, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and you take care.